5 tips to transform your procrastination into productivity. We have all heard the saying, procrastination is the thief of time. But I would go as far as to say that procrastination is the thief of life. If you have goals, dreams, and desires, it is your responsibility to fulfill them. And the only way you can achieve this is by doing the work. If you're sitting around, twiddling your thumbs all day, doing everything other than working on your goals, you will never build the life that you truly want. The bottom line is that it takes a lot of work to become successful, and the average person doesn't want to work that hard. Hence the reason why over 50% of Americans play the lottery, and the industry is worth over $77 billion. Everyone wants to take the easy route to their dream life, but it doesn't exist. You have two choices: do the work or abandon your dream life. I believe everyone watching this video wants to do the work, so here are 5 tips to transform your procrastination into productivity. 1. Find your peak time. While you often hear productivity experts advise people to start working on their goals at the crack of dawn, because it has been scientifically proven that humans are most productive in the morning, this is not the case for everyone. I am more productive in the morning, but my friend Jason isn't a morning person at all, and he is a lot more productive at night. If you find yourself struggling to get stuff done in the morning, try the evening and see what happens. If your peak time is in the evening, work on your goals then. It might sound trendy talking about how you're a part of the 5 a.m. club, but don't feel bad if that's not your thing. How about you start your own club, the 5 p.m. club? Most people have spent the majority of their lives conforming and contorting themselves to fit society's standards. Don't take this bad habit into the next season of your life. Even amongst the 1% of successful people in the world, there are rules that you are expected to follow. Be unconventional and do things your way. 2. Get into flow state. Flow state is one of the most powerful productivity hacks I know, because once you get into it, it's difficult to come out. Flow state is when you are totally absorbed in the activity you are performing. Psychologists claim that when people are in flow state, they have more energy and feel deeply connected to the work they are doing. Time no longer matters, and you feel as if you can literally remain in that space forever. Apart from getting more work done, there are several benefits associated with achieving flow state. Research suggests that it helps you become better at regulating your emotions, you feel more motivated because of how it makes you feel, and it can help improve your skills. I find it easiest to reach flow state by listening to classical music when I write. I make sure my environment is tidy, eliminate distractions, grab a cup of coffee, and put my headphones on. It's very easy to work for hours while in flow state, which is why it's important to set an alarm so you can take a break. Don't forget to do that, or flow state will quickly become your worst enemy when it starts causing burnout. More on this later. 3. Write down your distractions. When I talk about boosting productivity, you'll often hear me advise my audience to eliminate their distractions. But what if the distraction is you? You could have so many things to do that you keep thinking about them while you're working. I used to do this all the time. Sit down, start working, and then remember I had laundry to dry. So I'd get up and hang the washing up. While I was doing that, I would think of something else, and then something else. Before I knew it, several hours had passed, and I hadn't done anything. Since you can't eliminate yourself, the most effective way to deal with the distractions that come from your mind is to write them down. Anytime your mind wanders from your task onto something else you need to do, write it down, because once it's out of your head and on paper, you'll stop thinking about it. When you take a break or you've completed your work, then you can tend to the distractions you wrote down. 4. Say no. Saying yes to everything is a form of procrastination. Even if you don't want to do what is being asked of you, as far as you're concerned, it's better than the work you need to do. One of the reasons people procrastinate on their goals is because of how overwhelming the work can be. Despite my love for writing, I would shudder at the thought of writing 100,000 words because I felt like I would never be able to write that much. I had several coping mechanisms to deal with this overwhelm, and one of them was to say yes to everything I was asked, knowing full well I was supposed to be writing my book. Whether it was a friend who needed to chat or my friends who wanted to hang out, I was always down for whatever. But when I started saying no, my productivity levels increased dramatically because I could now give all my attention to my writing. Me rejecting invitations or refusing to help people out annoyed everyone who was used to having easy access to my time. But I stopped caring after a while because I knew putting myself first was the only way I could achieve my goals. 5. Take regular breaks. I used to think it was cool to work non-stop without taking breaks. I felt like a productivity machine. It was getting stuff done. But what I was really doing was burning myself out. I worked myself to the bone until I got completely burned out and was forced to take an extended break to recover. But when I started taking regular breaks throughout the day, I got a lot more done. It might sound counterproductive to take several breaks, but it's not. Think about it like this. What happens to your phone when the battery starts dying? Everything starts working slower, doesn't it? Your phone might be on, you can still use it, but you'll notice that the internet is not as fast, or it takes longer to download stuff. As soon as the phone is charged up, it's back to its full potential. Taking regular breaks is like recharging your batteries. When you step away from what you were doing and focus on relaxation, you return to the task with renewed energy. But if you attempt to power through your tasks without taking any breaks, you will tire yourself out unnecessarily. Tiredness is another reason people procrastinate. It makes them start looking for easier tasks instead of working on the project that is draining all their brain power. You will eliminate this problem when you start taking regular breaks. Procrastination will steal your destiny, so it's important that you gain control over it. I'm not saying you're never going to procrastinate again if you implement these strategies, but it will reduce it significantly. As I always state, when it comes to changing bad habits, you are not going to become a productivity powerhouse overnight. Most people, including myself, have been procrastinating their entire life. Procrastination was a personality trait for me. Everyone knew that if I said I was working on something, it would take me forever to complete. If I had a work deadline, my manager knew I would submit it 3 minutes from the deadline, but I was one of those people always complaining that I never got a promotion. Anyway, that's a completely different video. It took me a long time to overcome procrastination because it was something I was comfortable with. Even after all the knowledge I had gained about how destructive procrastination is, I still couldn't get it together. But what did help me was learning about how to build self-discipline and that the most effective way to achieve it is to start small. I'll link the video in the description box below. Basically, don't try to do everything all at once. Take one step at a time. Once you've perfected one step, move on to the next. I know this is not what most people want to hear. Everyone wants to know where they can buy the magic pill that's going to turn them into a productivity machine. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth, and the truth is that nothing of value comes easy. I wish you every success on your journey to transform your procrastination into productivity. If this video has helped you in any way, smash the like button and share it with friends and family. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you're alerted every time I post a new video.